Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for this project we're going to be using elastic, elastic band. We're going to be using, this is about 0.5, this is about 0.5 inches. We're going to be using our pattern paper. We're also going to be using organdy fabric and the corresponding thread, the thread that looks like it. So quickly, let's go into this tutorial. Okay, so first things first, we're going to be taking the measurements from the center of our back. Okay, we're going to be taking the measurement from the center of our back and center back to the arm. Okay, to the arm, wherever you want it to end. This is at the center of my back here. That is the mid of my neck. Okay, so where I want it to end, and it's just about here, and that's I have 29. Okay, I have 29 there. I have about 28 here. Okay, so we'll be using the length of 28. Okay, because I'm cutting one side. This is supposed to be the center. This part here is the center of my neck, where I'm starting from. I'm cutting one side first. We cut the front and the back the same side, the same way. The front and back is cut the same way. Okay, so the length of the blouse also is going to be, it depends on how much you want it to be. I am going to leave the length to be about 24 inches, 25 inches, because I'm going to put in elastic also. It's going to have a bit of elastic also at the waist part. So I'll come here and I'll mark out my waist, the length of the blouse. The length of my waist is about 24 inches, so this is where it's going to be. I'm just going to mark 24 all the way down, and 24 all the way down. And I'll be drawing my straight line. Length of my blouse. Okay, so I'm going to be taking, this is the length of it. Now I'm also going to be taking how long the sleeves are going to be, because it's cut together. Remember I said it's about 28 inches. Okay, so we have 28 inches just about here. Okay, 28 inches, but because I want it to have a bit of fluff, okay, I want to have a bit of fluff inside it, as in when I fold it up, I want it to be able to push it up a bit. So I'll be adding some more. I have some more paper here. I have some more pattern paper here, so I can just shift it more. So I'm going to be putting in about an extra 3 or 4 inches. Okay, so my center front is now going to change. So my center front will be about here. Okay, so I'll fold it about here. That's, I added 3 inches to it. Added 3 inches to my pattern paper. So I'm starting from here. So this here is going to be the length, okay, of the sleeves. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking the widest measurements around the body. The widest measurements around the body for my own top is about 42. Okay, so I'm going to be using 42 inches. So I'm going to place my 42 inches right down here. I'm going to place my 42 inches right down here. That is going to be the width. 42 divided into 2, because remember this is into 4, sorry, 42 divided into 4, because this is half part of the front. Okay, so 42 divided into 4, that is about 10.5, and that is it here. I'm going to be putting a little bit of allowance. This is going to be on the waist, so it's already going to be big. I'll just put a little bit of cutting and an extra 1 inch sewing allowance there. Then the next thing I'm going to be doing now is that on this 42 inches allowance, I'm going to be coming up by 4 inches. Okay, I'm going to come up by 4 inches, and right here on the allowance here by 4 inches. So what I'm going to be doing now is that I'm going to be curving my sleeve here all the way to this place here. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to measure out. I'm going to be coming up here by 4 inches. You can also, this is 4 inches. And this 4 inches basically is on my half length. Okay, which is right here on my half length here, where I'm going to use to curve my sleeve. So I'm going to measure it all the way down, and I'm going to connect. So now I'm going to be connecting at this point here. This is how wide the sleeve is going to be. So I'm going to be connecting at this point here. Next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to curve it. Remember, this is the total of our sleeve. So there's no sleeve like this. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use my curved ruler. I'll be using my curved ruler to curve it here. Okay. How do you curve? You come out here at this corner here by 1.5 inches. Okay. Then you come down from the curve by 2 inches. So you just join it together. So there we go. That's basically how to get out the sleeve. Now I'm going to be cutting the neckline because I want it to be a full neckline. Okay, it's not going to, it's going to be a boat neck. I'm going to be cutting out the neckline now. It's going to be a boat neck. So basically what I'm going to do is that I'm going to come down by 3 inches or 3.5 inches depending on how much you want it. Then I'm going to be coming here the width of it by 5 inches. Okay, 5 inches here, and I am going to join. I don't want it too wide because it's a free top. Okay, and it's already free at the sleeves and it's free down here, so I don't want it to be too wide. So I'm going to cut it out. So this is our top on pattern and how it looks like. So now I'm going to be bringing in the organza fabric I'm going to use and place this pattern on top of the organza fabric. This is organdy. It is organdy fabric, okay, and it is 2 yards. So this is how it is measured here around the selvage here. This is 2 yards. So I'm going to be folding it selvage to selvage. This is the whole length of it, okay, which is about 60 inches. So I'm going to be folding it together like this once. Okay, I'll fold it together like this once. After folding it together like this, I'm now going to fold it along the width. I folded it against the length. Now I'm going to be folding against the width. And I'm going to fold it like this so you can see it's folded into 4 now. So I'm going to be pinning down the pattern paper. If you don't pin it down, there's a high possibility that it's going to shift. As you can see, it has already started shifting. And so we're going to be using, and this is the blouse. This is our top. It's coming out beautifully. Okay, so we're going to go turn it to the other side. Use our bias tape to run this part here. After running this part here, we'll make an enclosure. I'll make an enclosure for the sleeves. I'll teach you how to do it and use our elastic thread all around it. After I've done with that, I'll come back and I'll show you. So if you've not subscribed to this channel, what are we waiting for? Please subscribe, like and share my videos. We'll go to the sewing machine now. So we start weaving all the edges aside the neckline. So I'm going to be running. What I'm doing is I'm putting the bias tape around the neckline of the top. I'm just fixing it on. That's able to knitting the neckline of the top. Now is to make a casing. Remember, this is the sleeve part here. I'm going to make a casing okay, on this sleeve part for my elastic. I'm also going to make a casing here at the hem part for my elastic. Remember, I'm using 1/2 inch elastic, so I'm going to be folding this. Okay, I'm going to be folding the sleeve part here. I'm going to fold it in by 3/4 inch, okay, to make the casing for the elastic. I want to put in my rubber band, okay, my rubber band on my sleeves and on my waist. To know how much elastic you're going to use, you just put the elastic around your hand like this, okay. Just put it around your hand like this. This is the exact amount of elastic. Don't drag it, okay. This is the amount of elastic you're going to be using. So what we're going to do here is, this is the amount of elastic we're going to be using, okay. So what I'm going to be doing here is, I'll cut it here. I'll cut 2 of it. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be using to put inside the sleeves. So for my waistline, my waist is 36 inches, okay, all around. So I'm going to be using 18 inches in the front and 18 inches at the back. You can make it a little bit more, since we're going to also be joining the 2 sides together, so you can make it just a little bit more. So, or alternatively, if you do 18 inches, this is about 18 inches for front, okay, you can do it to about 19 inches, cut about 19 inches double, okay, which you are going to put inside the casing, okay, for the waist. So I'm going to get my elastic band now. So I've put it in now. I'm going to sew it down on my machine. I'll sew it down here, and while I was dragging it, I used the pin to hold it at this side so that it won't pull out. So I'm going to sew it down here and sew it down at the other side. So I'm done with the finishing, and I've gone to iron it up. I have joined all the sides, the front and the back, and I've closed it up. So if you've enjoyed this video, if you've learned anything, please like my video, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next one. See you. Ciao. Bye.